Hello and welcome to another Great Britain Voice of London show with me, Ian Pelham-Turner. Boy, do we have a great show for you today. Let's roll the titles and start this show. Well, first of all, I would like to give my commiseration to Helena Shard, my colleague and co-presenter on this show. Unfortunately, she's unwell today and I wish her all the best. But we start off with some great breaking news. Hopefully, I keep my fingers crossed at the moment, that Mizari Ratcliffe, the lady who has been held in Iran for the past 5 to 6 years, has got her passport back this morning. This may mean that now she might be able to leave Iran once more, come back to her husband and her daughter again in London. And this has been an ongoing situation. Now, behind the scene talks have been going on apparently for some time. It has been rumoured that Iran was wanting £400 million paid by the British government for apparently military resources that were never paid for by the government, and that is the reason why she was really held. Who knows? We will never know exactly what's happening, but it's breaking news and we could see Miss Ratcliffe back again before too long. And now, Albanians. Guess what is happening at the moment in Albania? I couldn't believe it this morning when Roman Abramovich, the former owner of Chelsea Football Club, he's got this incredible yacht. It is an absolute fortune. I think over $100 million has been spent on this yacht. And at the moment, when these yachts are being seen, they're being seized by the European Union and by apparently NATO if they can get hold of them as well. And where is it at the moment? It's in Albania. Can you believe? And apparently, because it's in Albanian waters at the moment, it cannot be seized by anybody else. This is an allegation because at the moment, Mr. Abramovich now allegedly has connections with Vladimir Putin. And so these allegations have caused for him to be put on a list of people, of oligarchs, that are going to be really hit upon by governments right across the world in an attempt to try and stop what is going on in Ukraine right now. So obviously I talk openly about what's happening in Ukraine at the moment, the terrible disaster that's happening as well. And it's now said that 180,000 people in Britain have offered their homes to refugees coming from Ukraine. And this has really spurred the government, I think, into a situation as well that they weren't expecting, because I feel the government has been dragging its feet terribly. I think a lot of people, including Conservative politicians, feel the same. So 180,000 homes have been offered for refugees from Ukraine right across Britain. And this is Britain talking with its feet, talking action. And I'm so pleased to hear about it because I look at what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. And this disaster, this war, it is not another word from it, in reality is causing deaths upon deaths upon deaths. And the hardest thing to learn of all, there was a famous photograph that appeared in all the newspapers last week of this pregnant lady being stretchered away. And unfortunately, both the lady and her baby died. And this is down to this Russian war crimes that appear to be happening constantly as we speak. But there are many positive things happening at the moment as well. And so one of the first most positive things that are happening is there are some fundraising videos that are designed where people can actually put some money into the video as a charity activity, and this is going towards Ukrainian causes. So the first one I found today is a group of violinists. It was started by one young lady. It started with a few of her friends, and then 90 odd violinists right across the world all filmed themselves, and this is the result. Let's see this wonderful video. Wasn't that incredible? Wasn't that incredible? 90 violinists took the time to actually think about Ukraine, value Ukrainian people as well, and do their bit to actually find a way of sympathizing with them, saying that they are not alone at all, and helping to fundraise at the same time. And finally, several voices have created another fundraising video that is really an official video now to fundraise for Britain for Ukraine. So let's listen to this wonderful second video. Isn't that the most powerful message? We are together. And we are. I know from Albania, a lot of Albanians at the moment are really trying to offer their help at the same time. We are in a conflict right now, not of our choosing, not of our making. And I have to say, the normal people in Russia, they feel the same. So I don't blame the citizens of Russia at all. I feel terribly sorry for them being led by a president who, in reality for me, has no issue of being a president in the first place. Look at the condemnation that he is being seen. Look at Russia now becoming a pariah state right across the world. So I think at the moment, it is a time for reflection, and it's a time for support now. And any Albanians who may want to offer their homes or even a room to people from a neighbouring country, then please offer your services as well. So we're now going to take a short break, and then I have Maria Raseva from Moldova coming in. And trust me, everyone, she is the most fantastic fashion designer. I can't wait. See you soon. Well, welcome back to the second half of the show with me, Ian Pelham Turner, on ALB UK Television. This is Great Britain Voice of London show. And I have the most fantastic guest this afternoon. She's slightly nervous, but she's smiling through. Maria, good afternoon to you.
Hello.
So tell me a little bit about, first of all, you have brought in what looks like some sort of weapon, but it's not, is it? It's actually something to do, and it's actually based from Ukraine from the past. So tell me about this. What is this?
Basically, it's made from my grandfather. He was traditional hand craftsmanship, and he used to do craft from wood, using wood, and one it's these spindles, the very old style how we used to, my grandparents and even mother do the wool, spin the wool, and after you full the spindle,
yes,
you can use something like that to make the thread tidy, and then it's ready for knit. Yeah, you can knit. We were knitting socks, skirts, and different garments.
And I know that you know, the Albanians this afternoon in the studio have all been recognising this is something they see in Albania as well. So how lovely, first of all, bringing this in. But I really should give you your full title. You're Maria Raseva, and you are the most fantastic fashion designer.
Thank you.
So you were brought up in Moldova. So just tell me a little bit about what was it like to grow up in Moldova, and did families or your family actually help you to really inspire you to become a fashion designer?
In fact, I was trained in Moldova 19 years, and after I moved to Istanbul, it came everything from my influence from my family, because they were all hand craftsmanships, weaving the garments from wool, and my grandfather even was work with sheepskin, and after a few months when it's ready, he was doing the traditional Ukrainian hats, shepherd's hats, and also coats. And I think all this influence, it's come from my family as well, or artistic handcraft, which it's make me to love for fashion and also to make the garments.
So would you say what your father and grandfather and all your relatives were doing, would you say that's some of your earliest memories of fashion?
It's all to work with wool and handcraft. It's about knitting. Also, we were doing crochet all together, and they were making even carpets from wool, and also plant-based, using like all kind of the craft.
And you've been in the fashion industry for a while, for 16 years. So how would you say the fashion industry has changed over the past years? Because I noticed this is one of your designs. So can you just talk through a little bit about the design that you've got on this afternoon?
It's organic tweed jacket. I use the Scottish tweed, which is organic, and they use the traditional weaving skills, and also plant-based dyes, and also they are very aware with animals. And I like because it's give more for woman jacket, which I was looking to give more different, unique look. And also I have like a double collar here,
Yes.
which is silk, and it's buttoned on pearl. You can remove any time and make it like a more casual, and which this is giving a little twist. I will say like very classy and a little couture touch.
And I know you do a lot of designs like that. How would you describe your designs? How would you describe yourself as a fashion designer?
I will say I am very classic style with a little couture touch. I like mid-length skirts, which it's give you sophisticated and elegance. Make me feel like a more confident and comfortable in same way.
Do you think, or you hope that your fashion gives women more confidence? Is that really one of the prime motives? Is that really one of the prime things that you want to do? That when you see, when a lady puts on your clothes, do you want to see her feeling more special?
Absolutely, I do. I like them to feel comfortable and confident as well. But if you are comfortable, I believe confidence is there as well.
How would you describe the colour? Because it's very unusual. It's almost like it's got a sort of a Scottish feel to it as well.
It is. They call like Irish flag, I will say. But I use like a multicolored because have different colors in it.
And you're very into sustainable and organic fashion, I know, with all the things that you do. And so how did this connection with the Shetland Islands, I think, how did that come about first of all? What gave you the idea and what inspires you to do these types of styles?
My grandfather from my dad, he had a farm of sheep, and as I grow up in that culture, and I love animals and also all natural, and after a lot of research, I come across with the Ardalanish mill, which I really like how they do tweed, and they still, how I say it, do like a traditional weavers, weaving the way to tweed like old style, and plant-based dyes. They don't use chemical, and also they are aware about animals, like the sheep are very organically care. And I just decided to go with their tweed and do more classic and unique jackets.
And is it important for you, because obviously organic sustainability, it's all to do with saving the planet. Is it important for you, when you're having fashion times like this, that part of your aspiration as well is to be as sustainable as possible?
It's very important for me to be sustainable because I grew up to use everything natural and to make something from what we have, because it was a different time. And I believe for people it's very healthy, and for the entire planet as well, for the environment as well.
And you do it so well, I mean, I think, with your style, and I know you had a very successful time at Mayfair this Christmas as well, with your collection at the same time. So what would you like to see in fashion, and how would you like to progress as a fashion designer?
I would like to see more people to buy more organically, more healthy, again I will say, garments, which is good environmentally friendly and for us as well, for long lasting to wear for generations.
Is it quite sustainable? In other words, does it lose its shape over time, or is it very good for keeping shape and keeping the style?
Usually the tweed and natural wool, I think they don't lose the shape. They are like a durable materials, and in same time for the body as well, as a natural fiber.
Yeah. So I know when you left Moldova and you went to Istanbul for 9 years as well. So how did that change your views on fashion, or did it? Were you always focused on creating sustainable fashion, or did you learn other skills as well in Istanbul?
My experience in Istanbul fashion hectic city, I have the experience from how to make the clothes, that it's give me knowledge and experience, how to produce from scratch to finish, and also with the suppliers, and like stitching, making, cutting patterns, cutters. I was working with them as well. And this is give me a great experience to start my brand, and I can do my own clothes.
And you moved to London, I think, in 2013?
Yes.
How was London? Was it all that you wanted it to be?
When I moved here, I moved for fashion, and as London is considering the biggest global city of fashion in 20th centuries, I think I come because of challenge, and this city it's have a lot of opportunities which I want to explore, and just I start my brand, and now I'm
No, you do.
Yeah.
Do you love challenges?
I do.
Obviously, so coming here. So, what were the biggest challenges coming to London, do you think? Was it establishing some place to actually do it? Was it a different audience as well to the audience you've been used to in Istanbul?
Absolutely, it's different audience, and it's more giving me maybe want to do my brand and start the fashion proper way, which it's more opportunity, I will be say.
So it was really your ambition. So where you are
yes.
now is taken. You've been on a journey. Is the journey complete, or are you still searching for other things? Are you still challenging yourself for the next things?
The journey is not complete, I will say. The fashion, it's always, even in your brand, it's like always you have to work on it and do more much to achieve more better and for your brand. I think it's a lot of challenge still because of COVID and time. It's a bit different, but we will hope maybe we'll change in better.
Absolutely, no, and you're doing it as we speak. So you use a lot of these traditional hand techniques to produce the patterns in the first place. How intricate is it? How long does it take to create a garment like this?
We start with everything. It's done by hand, like a very traditional, old style to make the pattern on paper to draw them. It takes few days to make the patterns and make sure the pattern that's fit well. We do on trial, and after when we satisfied, we do on original fabric as well. And grading is take the another few days as well to make the other sizes. I can say after maybe 5 weeks it takes to make one jacket.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh. And I don't. Did you go to the Isle of Mull to talk? What did they think of you? There's suddenly this girl turns up from Moldova, wants to take over the Scottish tweed industry by the sound of it. What did they think of you?
I didn't go yet to visit them, but it's in plan.
Okay.
Hopefully very soon. But they are very kind and very helpful, I will say. When I approached to them to work with them, it's very like helpful, and they're very happy to see something different, like designing with their tweed.
I bet they love you. I bet they love you. You know, I think the reality with clothes like this, because I think you've brought something special to Britain, first of all. You've brought style, you've brought elegance, sophistication, and tremendous, as you say, it's challenging. It is very challenging being a fashion designer these days because all sorts of things are happening all the time. And I think, the reality is that, in taking sort of 5 weeks just to do a jacket, but obviously you are a perfectionist, would you say?
I would say that I would like everything to be perfect, and I spend long time, like a lot of passion I have to making to stay days and until I do how I like, how should be or fit in customer.
Yeah, and so do you just do jackets or do you do other styles as well?
I do like many range of garments, like skirts as well, trousers, blouses, dresses. Also we have some range of accessories like scarves and detachable collars.
Do you would you do men's clothes as well? Do you do male fashion, or is it just purely female?
At the moment, I do only women's wear.
Because I was going to ask you, what do you think of my jacket this afternoon? Don't you love my jacket? I love
Not
this
at
jacket.
all.
I love this jacket. It's one of my sort of.
It's important you are comfortable.
Absolutely. I think it shows off my. No, it doesn't. I'm joking. So, how can people get in contact with you when they want you to design some clothes for them? What is the best way of contacting you?
They can contact us on our website, which is www.modadelamaria.com, or please follow us on Instagram or Facebook at Moda della Maria.
You've been the most fantastic guest this afternoon, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
And didn't she come over extremely well, everyone? I think she's been the most fantastic guest this afternoon, and you are so clever. And I'm bewitched by this loom as well. And as I say, as soon as my colleagues in the Albania studio were seeing us, they were reminiscing about Albania at the same time.
I think they will love it because I think they use the same.
Absolutely.
Very close culture.
Absolutely. So Maria, thank you for your time this afternoon. That's been great. Thank you.
Thank you too for having me here.
Not a problem. We will have you back soon. So everyone, that's the latest Great Britain Voice of London show on ALB UK television. I think it's been a very inspiring show today. We've tried to give a little bit of hope and happiness as regards the Ukrainian situation. We've brought a little bit of Ukrainian culture and Moldovan fashion together as well. So thank you so much for watching the show again today. We'll be doing another show again next week. Hopefully Helena will be back again and we will see you soon. So have a great day, keep watching and stay safe. Bye for now.